All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rect League. And this time it's at the start of season 7 and some big old website changes. Adolma and I have been working on this for most of the off season. Got some pretty exciting stuff that makes our lives easier and kind of makes the player experience a little more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, what we've kind of done here is we've basically reworked how the signups worked. And if you guys remember, last season and past seasons, we've been doing it all through a combination of Google Docs, Google Forms, and various Google utilities. And the goal here is to get away from
We're
that.
done with Google. Get it
Yeah.
out of here.
So if the end goal is we're getting all this stuff to the site anyway, we figured why not just build something on the site to do the whole uh, preseason process. So with that, basically what we want to do here today is we want to kind of walk you through what that looks like for you, the player, and maybe even give you a little background into what that looks like for us, the admins, and maybe even the team reps as well.
Yep. All right.
Uh, cool. Yeah.
Your
So
screen is live. Go for it.
yeah. All right. So we got a couple pieces here. First thing you want to do, make an account um, here on therecleague.com. You can call this whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
It's actually on rectleague.com, not the Rect League.
On either, but yeah. So I'm gonna make an account here. I'm gonna call it Adoma because that's why not?
It's a handsome name.
Yep. And email at website.com. Love it. My main account. That's Adoma, and this is pretty important for you guys. Make sure that this is the actual name of your account. You got any weird accents in there, any weird characters, whatever. Make sure it is picture perfect, and that is what your account is.
That is on
so,
you.
Let's make an account. Cool. We got a nice account here. We're Adoma. Well, first thing I encourage all you guys to do is if you have any alternate accounts, add them here. I got one, Old Saint Slick. Add that. Sweet. Sounds good. So main account Adoma. Got Old Saint Slick as an off account. But yeah, second thing I want to do, I want to sign up for season 7. I'm not a square. I'm going to get right in there. Ooh. So signing up for season 7. Basically, what you have to do, you've got one main role, as many off roles as you want, and then whether you want a main roster, substitute, or either position, that's up to you. And that's just basically going to change how you show up for the team reps when they're building out their teams. So I'm a jungler this season, but I could probably go back to top as well. And believe me, I'm a main roster player. And then I just want to double check that both of these go to the correct op.ggs because this is how we're actually going to be calculating your elo values later on. So Adolma, that's me. Got a nice Olaf game in there just in case. Old Saint Slick, have not played this account in a long ass time, but it's there.
Here we are. Christmas is right around the corner.
Sounds good. Agree to those. And cool. We signed up for the season. Main role jungle, off-roll top. That's pretty cool stuff. All right. And yeah, so there's one piece of this that's kind of important to watch out for is this ELO confirmed. So basically how this process works is that when you sign up for a season, it's going to go to our end, and then we're going to basically check those op.ggs, make sure that we get the right ELO value for you because, that's kind of a core piece of how the Rec League works is getting those ELO values accurate and getting some balance so that we can have some fun games. But yeah, so I'm just going to re-sign in here as my admin account. And here you can see there's Adoma. There's the one that I've been working on. So yeah, again, I would just check these two. And you can see Plat 2. What value is that, Brian?
That's a peak. Plat 2 is 0 is gold 1, so 4, 3, so that's a 3. That's a big right. 3.
Yep. So I'm a +3. I'm gonna save that, and then I'm actually gonna go back over to this other account that I made just now, and you can see, oh wow, look, Elo 3. So that's pretty cool.
Yep, that way you know exactly what you're going to be valued at. You also have the option to change up your sign up if you want to go between, if you decide that maybe you don't want to be a jungler anymore as your main role, you want to be a top laner only, you can resubmit your sign up and it'll just impact how the team reps can see you. Or if you decide that you don't want to be in the season, deleting a sign up.
Yep, exactly. And so, it's all up to you. But here, I'm going to sign back in to that first account. So this one, I'm not actually the leader of AirDrake, but we're pretending like I am for the sake of this. So this is what team reps are going to be able to do here. In Team Manager, this is the new basically way that this is our substitute for the list moving forward. We're basically going to be using this. You can see that account that I created, Adolma, jungler main role, but he also does top lane, so he shows up in the top lane. It doesn't show up in any of these. Doesn't show up in substitute because if you remember, I was a main roster only player, but I'm going to add myself as a jungler here because that sounds sweet. And I'm going to send this invite. So inviting Adolma to my team as a jungler, and there's an invite pending over to Adolma. So.
Yep, and one thing to note is just that ELO thing at the top. When it's red, that means that team that you currently have in your signups is not going to be a valid roster. However, you can invite people like one player at a time, two players at a time, your full roster. And what that'll do is just kind of send out this invite. And
then heading back to Adolma page here, well, I've got an invite to AirDrake as a jungler. They're a bunch of pretty cool cats. I'm going to accept that one.
Yeah, they got
and would you look at that? I'm on AirDrake. And for anybody who is looking to play this season, you get to this point, you're done. That's it. You just hang out. You're just waiting for the season. That's all that we need you to do is that. You're on the team. You're good to go. Team reps are going to have a little bit more interesting stuff to go to there because obviously they need more than one player to go with it. But yeah, that's kind of most of what we actually need from you guys as players. But yeah, do you have anything more to add, Brian?
Yeah, I think some of the things to just keep in mind, you are now 100% in charge of adding your accounts and making sure that any like name changes and stuff like that get documented. So now you can name change anytime you want, really. Obviously, try not to because it's a little bit confusing still for everybody.
Yep.
But yeah, you can edit your account name. Just make sure it always goes to the right op.gg. If we do find that it is not, we have updated our rules section. We are not using a Google Doc anymore for that. So you'll find all the updates for Season 7 rules there, which includes kind of what happens when people don't abide by the code just because, And yeah, and also I think one of the fun things is you can decide which account is your main account, which means that's the account that's going to be showing up primarily and everything from our stats and how you show up on your team pages. So if you want to really try out that new name and show everyone that cool, spicy Old Saint Slick, he can be the top dog now.
Yeah, I don't actually have very many champions on that one, so I'm going to swap back.
Yeah, no, that's a good choice.
But
yeah,
cool.
That's
it. Yeah, we have cats as placeholders for a lot of the photos. We got some stuff coming up soon for that. Didn't quite get it in time for the season, but eventually you'll be able to do your player photo here as well.
Yep. In the meantime, if you have a player photo attached to an old, basically our old back-end accounts, we can link those up for you, and we kind of will do that. I believe so, right? Yes.
Yep. Yeah. If you already have one in the account, by the time the season starts, I'll get those all hooked up.
Yep. So we'll figure out a way to kind of get you guys to be able to maintain your own profile pictures. So in the meantime, if you have profile pictures that you want to add, send them to the Rect League email, and we will crop those and get those in when our busy schedules allow and when we've had a little bit of a break from doing website stuff.
Yep. Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. But other than that, everyone, happy Season 7. Start your team planning. Yes, teams. And we'll see you out there starting, was it the 27th? I think that's...
Yep. Week 1 starts on September 27th, and that's in 2 weeks right now. So you only got a little bit of time to get these teams finished out and figure out what you guys are going to do for the upcoming season. But
cool.
Yeah.
Like, follow, subscribe.